Good afternoon. आज MBA मधला 205 मधला युनिट सेकंड आपण स्टार्ट केलं होतं. ते जे आपले ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आणि ह्युमन रिसोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह ऑफ ह्युमन रिसोर्स प्लॅनिंगचे ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह, त्याच्यानंतर रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ इफेक्टिव्ह ह्युमन रिसोर्स प्लॅनिंग हा पाठ झाला होता. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, human resource planning process. Human resource planning is process whereby organization forecast the future personal needs required to meet business and customer demands. It also takes into considerations the implementation requirements and transactions, the existing personnel supply, and filling the gap through personal relating programs and training. Human resource planning process usually consists of the following steps. First one, quantity and quality of human resource required. And second, employees available within organizations. Third, quantity and quality gaps for recruitment, selections, training, or downsizing. First one, forecasting manpower need. HR planning ensures that a predetermination number of people with correct qualifications and skill sets are available for the future. This needs to be done to gradually the availability of the human resource need by an organization to meet its study business objective. The basic of forecasting is that the annual budgets and annual term projections and divided into activity levels for such functions and department. This further helps in determining the quality and quantity of personnel required to perform those activities effectively. Demand forecasting is dependent on several factors, both external and internal. External factors include regulatory, governmental, economics, and social changes, technical development, and competitions, etc. Internal factors include organizations, strategies, planning, sales, and production budgets, investment in new products, service, and ventures, independent retirements, terminations, resignations, etc. Second, ascending current manpower inventory. The next step is HR planning is to instrument the quality and quantity of employees available within the organizations to fill the positions in case of internal labor supply of human resource information system is referred to HRIS. Use computers for collecting, storing, maintaining, and updating data from time to time of its employees. It's tied to capture the number of employees in each job, their age, sex, qualification, past experience, etc. It also captures the skills, knowledge, abilities, and career aspirations of each employees, which is timely updated to any change because of training, additional qualification, etc. In order to foresee and estimate the events team's turnover and additions rate, historical trends are record and examine. This gives an idea of an estimate times period when the importance positions might fall vacant, the number of employees who will be present in these various positions within the organization at any given point in time. In case internal sources are not enough to fill in the expected vaccines, companies might look for prescriptive employees from external source, e.g., uh, university consultants, etc. Identify manpower gap. Uh, Once the number and type of employees need the determining and the supply of manpower is established, recognitions of the two will determine the quantitative and qualitative gaps is in organizations. It will throw a light on the number of people to be recruited or make the organizations aware whether there has been overstaffing. This forms the functions of PBR, form the foundations of the preparing a HR plan. Formulating power plan. Once the human resource requirements and the necessary change to be applied are identified, the they need to be translated into a considered HR plan supported by policies, programs, strategies, etc. Below are some of the plans and strategies implemented to achieve the goals. First one, recruitments and selections plan. Recruitments and selections is the process of hiring the right number and type of people at the right place at the right time. To do this, there are plans chart out to recruit the right people. After recruitments, the selections process is also professionally designed. Redevelopment and training to keep the employees abreast with the changing technology or product timelines. They should be imparted new skills. In case an organization discontinues a business, the employee should be retained and redeveloped to other departments where they are effectively contribute. Third, alternatives to hiring. There are other alternatives that can be undertaken as an alternative to hiring additional employees for e.g. encouraging employees nearing retirement to extend their years of service by requiring a late retirements, higher launching overtime schemes by paying higher combinations for overtime, etc. All these alternatives beneficials if the manpower need has gone high for a temporary time period and there is a likelihood it is returning to a lower level. Retention plans, various retention plans are implemented to avoid attritions in an organizations. Organizations might increase the wage, provide better career opportunities, improve the working conditions, avoid hiring unstable recruits, etc. For downsizing plan, organizations resort to downside plans where the supply of manpower exceeds the demand and there is a surplus in the staff. In such a case, staff in under recruitment right, there is a need of trimming the labor force. Some of the example of downside plans are offering voluntary retirement schemes to the employees, laying off the return staff, etc. Next point, manpower demand forecasting techniques. In order to access the number of employees required at any given time in future, organizations supply various manpower demand forecasting techniques. The basic of forecasting in the annual budgets and long-term corporate plans, which is the covered into the man hours required to achieve them, and finally the number of employees required to complete those man hours. Forecasting techniques vary from organizations to organizations. Organizations may follow more than one technique which can be simple or complex. The most commonly used techniques are discussed below. Magical judgment. In these forecasting methods, the experience and judgment of the managers is used to forecasting the demand for labor. It can be a bottom-up forecasting in which the line managers submit their manpower proposal to top managers who analyze the same and untimely forecasting the human resource requirement for the overall organizations on the basic of proposals of the departmental needs. The other approach is the top-down forecasting method. In this approach, the top manage meet and discuss the current business sensor, the future challenge expected, and how these trends would impact the business and forecast the human resource requirements for the entire organizations and various departments. This information is supplied to various departments, mental heads for their review and approval. Participate approach is the most preparing approach in which managements and departmental heads meet and unanimously decide about the future human resource requirements. Radio resistance analysis. Under the forecasting technique, the demand for the human resource manpower is the this time or the basis of rations of productions level and number of employees required to achieve that productions level in the past. While doing so, the provisions are made for any possible change expected in the process, product line structures of the organization. A simple example give below. Estimate productions for next year equal 1,04,000 units. Ratio as per analysis, 1/200 established number of workers need on the basis of ratio trend of 1/200 equal 700 workers. Regressions analysis, simple to a ratio trends analysis. This model is also based on the relationship between different variable sales value and independence variable employee size. However, this model is based on the mathematical and statistical techniques for estimating future demand. Regressions line is drawn in a diagram which describes the relationship between the dependent variable to be predicated and the independent variable means example sales, total productions, workload, etc. Work study techniques. This technique is also known as workload analysis. This technique is used where the workload is easily measurable. The companies first considers the production budget preparing in terms of volume of the sellable product. The budget volumes are then translated into number of man hours required to produce per unit. Thus, demand of human resource is forecasting on this the basic of estimates total productions and contributions of each employees in producing each unit items alone will have to be made for ascending labors turnover and ideal time. Let us assume that the estimated productions of an organization is 3 lakh units, the average man hours required to produce each unit are 2 hours. The past experience shows that the work ability to of each employees in man hours in 51,500 hours per annum. The workload and demand of human resource can be calculated as below. The just total annual production is 3 lakh units. Average man hours needs to produce each unit 2 hours. Calculated man hours needed to meet budget productions 3 lakh to 6,000 3 or 600 hours. Relief techniques means relief technique is also a very important technique used for establishing demand for human resource. It takes into consideration the human resource requirements given by a group of experts, managers, a small group or panel, often 10 or few experts is identified. Each expert is asked to give their individual judgments on the issue. They are asked to provide answer to a structured questionnaires or even interview. After which the human resource planning expert acts intermittently collects at the response, summarize them and send the report back to the expert. This process is continue until all the experts agree upon estimate of human resource requirements. In the entire process, there is no interactions between the experts. They do not meet face to face, but exchange notes though and anonymous questionnaires. Next point, job analysis. Job analysis first concept. A job consists of a set of tasks, duties, and responsibilities to be performed. A task can be explained as an identifiable piece of work duty consists of survey tasks and responsibility is the accountable to do certain tasks and duties. Job analysis is the determinations of the price characteristics of a job, though in depth and detailed examinations of the activities to be performed. It does a detailed analysis of the tasks, activities, duties, and responsibilities that are required to do a job. It is the first step to successful human resource activities such as human resource planning, recruitment, selections, placement, training, performance, appraisal, counseling, etc. Job analysis acts as the primary tools to gather analysis and implements the information regarding the job in concept. Personal manager undertake job analysis for an effective recruitments, selections, and placement. It helps in placing the right person at the right job. There are two outcomes of job analysis. They are as follows: job description, second job specifications. Job descriptions, it is a actual statement that describes the content of the job, the states, the duties, tasks, and responsibilities to be undertaken to do that job. It gives a clear picture to the job holder of all tasks need to be done and the purpose behind why they need to be performed. Job descriptions considers to be the follow facts. First one, title or uh, designations of the job. Second, location in consistent. Third, a job summary gives a brief idea of what is the job all about. For job activities, describe the task to be undertaken by the job holder, clearly mentions the responsibility and authority of the job holder, mentions of provisions of working conditions required the provided for performance of that job. Describe the relationship of that job with other jobs in certain. Below is an example of a job descriptions of an insurance agent. Job title insurance agent. Job summary provide a service to client changing insurance needs by selling life, health, and uh, disability insurance. Insurance agents' job duties. First one, a development database for long-term source of clients by using reference, occupational and special interest groups to comply list of four aspects. Approaches professional clients by utilizing emails and phone calls and making presentations to groups at company sponsors gathering, speaking publicly to community groups on the subject of financial well-being. Determines clients' particular needs and functional situations by scheduling, finding appointments, verify excellence of present coverage and investment assistance long-term goals of the clients. For develops of coordinated productions plan by calculating and quoting rates for implement coverage actions and long-term strategy implementations obtains underwriting approval by completed applications for coverage. Complex coverage coverage by delivering policy planning for future, delays for follow-up visit and evaluations of needs. Provides continuous service by providing direct dispose forms, processing, changing in beneficially and policy loans applications if required by the client. Updates job knowledge by participate in educational opportunity regarding professional publications, maintaining personal networks, participating in professional organization, teenage insurance agents reputations by accepting and accomplish news and different requests, exploring opportunities to add value or job accomplishments, skills for prospecting skills meeting sales goals, motivations for sales, understanding customer needs, client relationship between relationship, people skill, product knowledge, general maths skill, organization, dependability, statistical analysis, working conditions, 8 hours per day, 5 days of work week, report to risk and create the permanent head. Next, jobs specifications. It is the translations of job descriptions into human qualities and qualifications that are required to do the job. Each role, task, the responsibility mentions for a job in job descriptions needs a set of skills, qualifications, and human characteristics for a satisfactory job complication. Job certification states the minimum activity skills, knowledge, and abilities which are required to perform a job. It is beneficial to have a job certification for each job descriptions. It helps the organizations to determine what kind of person is required for a specific job. Job specification consult the following. First one, job title. Second, educational qualification. Third, skills, knowledge, and abilities. Fourth, physical and mental health. For fifth, maturity and dependability. Fifth, relationship of the job with other jobs in concern. Below is an example of job certifications for a marketing manager. Title Designation Marketing Manager. Experience 10 years responsible positions in marketing per available in a similar industry. Education, bachelor degree in marketing on a related field required. master in business or marketing perform required skills, knowledge, and characteristics. Marketing manager, effective communicators, higher development, teamwork skills, or the demonstrate ability to increase productivity and constantly improve methods, approaches, and departmental contributions. Community meant to continuous learning, ability to coordinate the effort of a large team of device creative employees, expert in internet and social media strategy with a demonstrated track record, familiarity and skill with the tools of the trade in marketing, including uh, mm, planning, resource, written communications, website development, market research, product packaging, Microsoft software suite of products, visual communication software products, and creative services. Experience managing external PR and communication consulting firm and contractors. Job analysis process means the process of job analysis can be expected in the following step. First one, identify the job analysis purpose. The first step is to be clear about the purpose behind conducting job analysis. It might be carrying out for various regions like when it is a newly set up organizations, a new role is created in a already running organizations. A job has significantly changed due to change in the process and producer begin following by the organizations. Often there is a change in the recruitment plan or the employees feel that they are not being paid fairly. Strategy choice. Once the objective of job analysis is clear, it needs to strategy the following level of details. It needs to be decided as to do how in detail a job analysis needs to be undertaken. The details depends on the purpose of job analysis. Further, it also helps to decide the natures of data that needs to be collected to fulfill the purpose. Next point, employees involvement. In is about it decide the extent of employees involvement needs in the process. The most logical way of knowing about the content of the job is through the employees job holder, as they are the most familiar with it. But while doing this, their involvement level need to be carefully decide. Too much involvement may result is this is in favor of a job, as the employees may tend to inflate their in duties and responsibilities also. If they are not clear about the purpose of job analysis, it might lead to uh, dissatisfaction, analysis, and uncertainty among them. Data collections. The next step is to decide how the type of data is to be collected. Data can be regarding education qualifications of employees, skills, and abilities required to perform the job, working condition, job activities, reporting, hierarchy required, human duties, and responsibilities involved, and employees behavior, etc. Secondly, it's important to decide what methods need to be employed for data collection. The different method that can be used are observations, interviews, questionnaires, checklist, technical conference, etc. Who should collect the data is also circular decisions to take. They can be trained job analysis supervisor or job holders. Next, information processing. Processing now is the time. The secret. the collected data into useful information. It is a process so has to be useful in various personal functions. Job related data is used to prepare job descriptions and jobs specification. Job description states the roles, responsibility, duties, activities, and tasks involves the job certifications on the other hand is a statement of educational qualifications, skills, experience, and personal traits required to perform the job. Introductions of human resource information system in today world work. Human resource information system is the integral part of every organization's uh, human resource information system refers the system and process at the intersection between human resource management and information technology. It refers to the electronic tools used to access the HR related informations and perform HR related functions. It is used in acquiring, storing, manipulating, and analysis important information regarding the human resource of an organization. It helps HR managers to perform the HR functions in a more effective system and faster manner using technology. Benefits of HRIS. There are several benefits of HRIS. It has become a backbone of for successfully running of organizations in today times, since it leads to automations of work to a great extent. The need to maintain files and manual process payrolls and applications can be avoided. It also helps avoid manual errors, since it saves time and make work easy. This can let the HR manager focus on other important strategy decisions. It also helps in streamlining the administrations of employees, attention leave required records employees benefits. Employees can in electronical in benefit plans. Current employees can log onto the system monitor and update their new records, current benefit coverage, and other important information throughout the year. HRIS allows candidates in case of job opening submit their resume and contract information online. The software also allows current employees to the electronical apply for new positions. The system then collections the informations throughout the year. HRIS allows a candidate in case of job opening to submit their resumes and contract informations online. The software also allows current employees to electronically apply for new positions. The system that collect the informations and archives it so it is easily accessible by the hiring manager. It acts as a decision support system. HRIS mentions data about employees' profiles, hiring records, tax informations, insurance benefits, employees' attention, and much more. While waiting to make decisions, it can process out reports on the stored data with a few mouse clicks. It gives a very accurate information and does fast processing. Hence, it becomes an important tool strategy planning and its implementations. Summary in human resource is planning is process that identifications current and future human resource needs for organizations to achieve its goals. The objective of human resource planning is to determine in future HR requirements and to plan as to how the existing HR can be utilized optimally. Second, the process of human resource planning starts with forecasting manpower needs, assessing the current manpower supply, identify the gap between the two, and then founding and implementing the plans to fill the gap. There are different techniques used while forecasting the future manpower requirements. Some of them are marginal judgment, ratio trends, analysis, regressions analysis, work study techniques, and Delphi techniques, etc. Job analysis is the determinations of the prescribed characteristics of the job role in depth in a detailed examinations of the choose to be performed. It does a detailed analysis of a tasks, activities, duties, and responsibilities that there are required to do a job. Human resource information system refers to the systems and process at the intersections between human resource management and information technology. It refers to the electronics tools used to access the HR related information and perform HR related function. It is a very beneficial and present in all the organization into today's world. Now, in this topic, main point is human resource planning means second human resource information system, manpower, inventory, marginal judgment, restore trends analysis, regressions analysis, work study techniques, deep techniques, turnover, attractions, downside, job analysis, system, job descriptions, job satisfactions, jobs specification. In this documentation is define human resource planning and describe the various steps involved the human resource planning process. What is the directive behind undertaking of compressing human resource planning process in any organizations? Third questions asked, what are the different forecasting techniques used while forecasting manpower need? Explain them in detail. For human resource planning is prescriptive for all the effective implementations of all the other functions of HRM. In the light of the above statement, kindly discuss the importance of human resource planning. Explain in a details the concept of job analysis. What are the steps involved in the process of job analysis? Expression describe in detail with example the two outcomes of job analysis, job descriptions, and job specification. What is the human resource information system? Explain why has it become an integrated part of every organizations in today working. Uh, in this chapter, these are main questions. In this chapter, main definitions, human resource planning, it is a process that forecasting the company's future manpower, demanding demand of analysis the current supply, thus gaps if any. Next definition is human resource information system. It refers to maintaining categorize human resource information regarding the employees, demographics, career process, appraisal, skills, qualifications, experience, problems, etc. Next chapter is talent acquisition. In this chapter, main objective understand the concept of recruitments and describe the various source of recruitments and discuss their merits and demerits. Explain the detail the various steps involved in the recruitment process. State the various alternatives to recruitments. Explain the concept of selections. Describe the various steps following and tools used in the selections process. Explain the concept of inductions and the inductions process. And acquisitions means this in this competitive environment, human resource play a very vertical role in the success and probability of any business. Each organization strives to attract the best employees for the best result. Hence, efficient and effective recruitment becomes very circular in a human resource management. Recruitment should aim at attracting qualified, motivated, and complete staff that stay with the companies for a long term. It should create a talent pool of candidates to enable sections to be candidates for the organizations. Wrong or poor recruitments any lead or to hurt long term loss substandard inappropriate or efficacy staff may lead to low productivity, low probability with training and development cost. Definitions recommends is the process of hiring the right number of the people of the right type of at the right place. It is the process of generating a pool of qualified applications for a job. In includes identify and encouraging the candidates to apply for a job, receiving applications and screening the applicant. According to Campbell, recruitment forms the first stage in the process, which continues with selections and grace with the placement of the candidates. Okay. Stop the next lectures. Source of recruitments. Two source of recruitments. First is an internal source, and second is a external source. तर इथं आपण स्टॉप करूया नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला विथ द सोर्स ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट्स स्टार्ट करूया. The first internal source in this approach improves recruiting, developing the promoting the employees from within the organization. Implement recruitments are are a cost-effective model which enable the organizations aware of the candidate skills set and knowledge, and it also motivates the employees and increase their community towards the organization. Internal sourcing can be done in the following ways. First one, transfer. An employed by maybe sit from one job to another internal general of the same level. The role and responsibilities of the employees might change, but not necessarily the salary. This helps the employees to get motivated and try something new, helps them pick and the mentoring of the old job and increase them to grow by gaining more knowledge. Promotions as recognition of their basically an experience in the employees are moved from a positions to a higher positions. There is a change in their duties and responsibilities accumulate with a change in a salaries status. It helps the employees to grow quickly in organizations in refer from him from leaving the company for junior bashers, retired and Retrenched employees, retired and retrenched employees, many also back in a case there is a high demand and shortage of supply in the industry, or there is a sudden increase of workload. These employees are already aware of the process, producer, and culture of the organization. Hence, they prove to be cost effective. Next point, employees refuse. In this case, each employees of the refuse companies acts as required. The employees are encouraged to recommend the names of their friends to relative working in other organizations. Next, job positions. The company's post and the current and experience vacancy on the bullet boards, electronic media, and similar common portals. This gives an opportunities to be to the employees to undertake career shifts and help them grow within the companies. Discuss and describe employees in order to make the families of the say and discriminate employees self-sufficient, their relatives of defendants may be offered a job in case of any vacancy. Okay, thank you very much.